Um,
This one's wife. Empty until woken. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. Some years ago, when I first explained, ahead of everybody else, that this one's wife is a narcissist, I explained that she was empty on the inside. She does experience emotional responses. Those are harnessed by her narcissism to compel her to pursue the prime aims. So, for instance, it uses her fury, her hatred, her envy, her jealousy, her antipathy, her disdain, her contempt, all of those various feelings to propel her to behave in a particular way. It will harness infatuation on her part, the sensation of power, to further address the necessity of achieving control and fuel. But she is empty. She is devoid of emotional empathy, and she is also devoid of an intrinsic ability to feel in certain situations in respect of other people. This is one of the hallmarks of the behavior of the narcissist, and instead, her narcissism, like a piece of computer coding or some software, has been devised to enable her to operate as best as it can in certain situations. To understand more about this, I would once again direct you to my brilliant video, The Imitation Game, which is so important to your understanding about the narcissist. Please do watch that. Now, often when we see this one's wife moving around in public, the rictus grin is plastered on her face. This is as a consequence of her reaction to the receipt of fuel that she's receiving. It's making her feel powerful and, in effect, pleased with herself. It isn't natural because it doesn't come from a position of emotional empathy. Indeed, it is often said of the narcissist that the smile doesn't reach the eyes, and you see that repeatedly with this one's wife. As I explained in the preceding video, on this occasion, as a consequence of her basic model, that she has decided that she's going to behave for a large part by a model. And we see this again, which encapsulates her emptiness until something occurs to trigger an actual response. It's like watching a robot that has gone into rest mode, which is the default setting showing her emptiness, that there's nothing going on. That there's nothing going on in the eyes, the facial expression, nor particularly in that brain of hers. Naturally, the narcissism is operating like that background app to compel her to ensure that she deals with the pursuit of the prime aims. But because she's channeling model on this occasion, this contributes in demonstrating her emptiness until something occurs which causes her narcissism to operate in a different way, as you're about to see in this short clip. Take a look at this.
oh, how are you?
Nice to see you. Everything's great. Smile. Puppy. Beautiful. Sherry looks amazing.
Oh, how are you?
Nice to see you. Everything's great. Smile. Puppy. Beautiful. Sherry looks amazing.
There we see this one's wife making her way through the crowds at Paris Fashion Week. Her handler, Marcus Anderson, walking behind. And you'll notice that rather than eye-fucking the camera like she ordinarily does, or grinning around with her inane rictus grin on her face, as I explained in the previous video, she's attempting to channel model. She wants to be seen as the model, where they don't smile. Because she is such a basic individual that her narcissism is utilizing character trait acquisition in relation to the occasion that she's attending. And therefore, the look upon her face demonstrates the complete emptiness. There's nothing really going on. Camera flashes go off as she then suddenly spots somebody that she knows, Anna Wintour, and immediately boop, 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 the robot awakens, and it causes her to shift her mouth in something resembling a smile in order to acknowledge her. There is the direct physical assertion of control as a consequence of coming forward to give Anna Wintour a kiss, which, if you watch carefully, allows you also to see the lack of bronzer behind the ear of this one's wife as she wears her hair up, showing her true skin colour. There's the double air kiss as she is greeted. There's no warmth between these two, but Anna Wintour, with her polished facade, introduces her to an accompanying man. He gets the double air kiss also, and a younger woman who similarly gets it. And then it's back to Anna Wintour, brief brush on the arm, and away she goes. Now, you'll notice there that her emptiness is prevalent until such time as she sees somebody. And at that point, because that individual has come up on her radar, her narcissism springs into life, causes her to be activated to assert control over Anna Wintour, who probably would still hold the status of tertiary source because they don't know each other very well, and certainly I would imagine that the other two individuals are tertiary sources to her. There's an outside chance that they're all secondary sources. If they are tertiary sources, you'll notice the overfamiliarity of engaging in the double air kiss with them both, when really a handshake would have sufficed. If they're secondary sources, then the double air kiss would be more permissible and would be part of the facade and the fitting in. Thus, she walks along, empty, sees somebody she recognises, the narcissism kicks in, causing her to suddenly start to smile and greet with the assertion of control over those individuals. You'll also notice another aspect to this. Notice how Anna Wintour, with her more polished facade, introduces this one's wife to the people that are accompanying her. She does the polite thing, which allows her to fit in more naturally. Does this one's wife introduce any of her entourage to Anna Wintour and the other two people? No. She's there with Marcus Anderson, who is a long-standing non-intimate secondary source. But does she bother her backside to introduce him? No, of course she doesn't. Why would she bother? Why would she deflect attention away from herself? It's all about her. Marcus is just a prop, there to follow in her wake, to admire her brilliance. He was her handler, of course, in relation to Soho House, acting as her pimp, and the friendship has endured thereafter. Although, of course, at least from the perspective of this one's wife, she continues to utilise him as an appliance vis-à-vis the pursuit of the prime aims. But the fact that she fails to introduce him could not only be seen as rude, but, as you all know, because she's a narcissist, it is representative of the fact that she has no interest in Marcus other than what he does by way of serving her needs. And here, all her narcissism is doing is ensuring that she asserts control over the three people that she meets, that it's all about her, and it has no interest in causing her to seem polite by introducing Marcus and whoever else she might be with to Anna Wintour. Ordinarily, normal politeness and social discord would dictate that that was the case. They're not being hurried along. Marcus is barely a yard away, but there's not even an attempt. And we've seen this behaviour before in the way that she pushes in front of Prince Harry, nudges him out of the way, takes over, directs him out of the picture so that she can take over. And once again, this is her default position. Empty inside, attempting to channel Medell, and then when seeing somebody that she recognises, springs into life, greets them, asserts control over them, but doesn't bother to involve anybody else that she is with because naturally she is the star of the show. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for watching.